In this video, we got a doozy for you today. We're going to look at 3 trade scenarios the Detroit Lions could do. We'll talk about draft, player v. player, and another player v. player per an article, as well as we're going to talk about Dan Campbell. Should he do play calling on Sundays? A player the Lions could look to potentially sign to help out the Lions defense. We're going to get all into it. But before we get into this video, if you think it's a real smart idea to go up to the Hulk and say, "Stop this nonsense, I am a god," then go ahead and subscribe to my channel, because we talk all things Detroit Lions news and rumors. And sometimes you can get whiplash, smashed, and destroyed and get told you're a puny god. Also, make sure you take that like button with you when you tell Hulk that, so he can get smashed up as well. Let's get into today's Lions rumors. First off, we're going to start out with this trade scenario. It's an article done by Jeff Risdon from LionsWire. I will make sure I put the link in the description below so you can check it out. He has 3 trade scenarios. The first one is Trey Flowers trade, and the Detroit Lions would trade Trey Flowers to the Houston Texans. In return, the Detroit Lions get a 2022 4th-round pick and a conditional 3rd and or 5th-round pick in 2023. I think this trade here is a very good trade. I 100% approve of this trade. The Houston Texans have the Patriot way still over there, their GM connections, so they definitely could look to acquire some former Patriots. They need help all over the team. Edge is one of those positions. When you look at the Detroit Lions, we're trying to get rid of our Patriot players. We're trying to remove some money off the books. Trey Flowers, right now we can save a ton of money by getting rid of him. Right now we don't have a 4th-round pick in this year's draft. We get a 4th-round pick, and if he does well over there in Houston, we could potentially get a conditional 3rd-round pick in 2023. I love this trade, but I am just one guy. Would you guys trade Trey Flowers for this compensation? Let me know in the comment section why for yes and for no. What do you guys think about it? Give me your comments. Should Dan Campbell become the play caller for the Detroit Lions, or should that stay with Ben Johnson? We look initially when Dan Campbell took over play calling for the Detroit Lions this past season, it was not good. A lot of bad plays were occurring, going on 4th down when you probably shouldn't be, running on 3rd and long. It was kind of a mess and jumbled initially when he took over. However, as the season gradually went along, as he took over the play calling, really started doing well, in my opinion. I thought there was great plays when it was talking about going 4th and 1. Great plays and being aggressive, play actions, and everything that was taking place with Jared Goff. It was working effectively, and defenses seem to be a little bit on the ropes. However, you do want a head coach to be a head coach. They're dealing with all sorts of issues, offensively, defensively, special teams, injuries. They got to make changes. So that is an issue. Should he continue this in 2023? Personally, I would like to give Ben Johnson the shot to play call. I want Dan Campbell to be a head coach. Give him an opportunity to see if he can replicate the success. It's not like he didn't have a say, in all honesty, this last offseason, because they were working together. I want to be able to have the offense work with him at the helm. But if it doesn't work out, Dan Campbell can do what he did last year and take over play calling. Still, I think it would be very similar, because Ben Johnson was integral towards the scheme and the plays that was taking place after Anthony Lynn was removed. So I don't think it would be much far-fetched. Give Dan Campbell his opportunity, obviously, if he wants to do a fake punt and plays like that, but let Ben Johnson take over. Read an article today, a interesting player the Detroit Lions could look to acquire in free agency. It just went over players from the Rams as well as the Bengals. Obviously, Odell Beckham Jr. was on there. I'm like, yeah, I don't really want to talk about that. I don't think he's a fit. But one player that stood out to me was Jessie Bates, the safety. And why? Because he's done very good this season, was making impacts in the playoffs, making some plays, and he's young at 25 years old. and we need help at safety. He's 6'1", 200 pounds. I think he's the prototypical safety for the Lions defense. Who knows, even if Tracy Walker comes back, you're getting a guy who can hit hard, he can make plays. Yes, it's going to cost you a pretty penny, but that's what you get when you're getting a young player that can help out this team. He's not like he's old. 25, that is perfect for what we're trying to do here. And I thought with all the players on the list that they had, this would be the best case scenario because we need help in the secondary. We need help at safety. And that is just the facts of the matter. I'm in competition right now with some of the channels on Chat Sports. Right now, I'm about midway when it comes to the sub count at 20,342, but I'm trying to be the #1 guy in the NFC North. There is one individual ahead of me. That's my buddy. That's my boy, Harrison Graham from the Bears, the Chicago Bears. They got a lot more subscribers than we do on this channel. Let's go ahead and compete with Harrison Graham. Let's compete with Chat Sports to be the #1 NFC North channel on Chat Sports. Subscribe if you haven't done so. Let's go ahead and get this thing rolling. Now there's a trade again back in Jeff Risdon's article here. The Detroit Lions making a trade in the NFL draft. The Detroit Lions trade out of 2. They go to the 4th pick. In return, the Lions get the 4th pick again. They get the 2nd pick this year, 35, so right after the Detroit Lions. And they get 2023 second-round picks. You get 2 second-round picks, and you're moving 2 spots. In the Jets, they get the 2nd pick in the draft. In this scenario, Kyle Hamilton was taken, and Kayvon Thibodeaux on the board, and so the Lions selected Kayvon Thibodeaux. I would love this trade scenario. With the Detroit Lions moving back and getting 2 more second-round picks, 1 this year and 1 next year, you can really get solid players for this team. If you look in this draft, it's extremely deep when it comes to wide receiver position, when it comes to safety position, and getting another second-round pick right after our other second-round pick, so it'd be 2 picks in a row. You can have 4 starters on the team in the first 2 rounds, and that would do wonders for the Lions. You're still getting a really good edge rusher, and Kayvon Thibodeaux, yeah, his stock's dropping a little bit, but he's still good. You're getting a starter in the 2nd round. That would be a massive win for the Lions. And you get another pick next year to continue to build up. So if you're wanting to move away from Jared Goff next year, you have ammunition with the Rams pick, their 1st-round pick next year, and you have ammunition with the Jets' 2nd-round pick to move up if need be. Now, this trade is very interesting here, done by Jeff Risdon. In this trade, he has the Detroit Lions in a hypothetical trade trading for Michael Thomas, and we get a 5th-round pick from the New Orleans Saints. The Saints, though, they get T.J. Hockenson, a 2022 3rd-round pick, and 2023 1st-round pick for the Rams. The Lions are getting a really dynamic playmaker in Michael Thomas. He can open the field up and make big-time plays. Him and Jared Goff definitely could destroy some defenses with that versatility and that dynamic play that we don't have from a #1 wide receiver. With that said, you're giving up T.J. Hockenson, who's a very good tight end. You're giving up this year's 3rd-round draft pick, and you're giving up next year's 1st-round pick. To me, I think this is a trade I would not do. I think this would really hurt the team. Michael Thomas is 28 years old. We need to get younger, and why not just draft the wide receiver that we need to get and develop our wide receivers that way? To give up 2 picks in the next 2 years and give up T.J. Hockenson would hurt the team. And Michael Thomas's cap number is fairly large. T.J. Hockenson right now is not bad. Obviously, we're going to talk about contract extension the next coming year, but still, this, I think, would be for a team that's closer to compete for a Super Bowl than a team like us who is in year 2 of the rebuild. But like I always state, I am just one individual. For this pinned comment of this video, this is it. Would you do the Michael Thomas trade? Let me know in the comment section why for yes and for no. I want to see spammed comments on this one. I want to see what you guys think about Michael Thomas coming to the Lions in this trade scenario. Me, again, I would go ahead and say no to this trade. Let me know what you guys think. As of late, the Detroit Lions been getting a lot of love around the NFL regarding analysts, regarding personnel, players, everything and above regarding our team. And this is something that we're really not used to, as we're definitely a team not looked up to, but looked down. And we only won 3 games last year. But analysts are really starting to look at the Detroit Lions offensive line and thinking this could be the best offensive line in all of football. Multiple analysts think that this is potentially the case. You look at Taylor Decker, a stout left tackle. Jonah Jackson went to the Pro Bowl. Frank Ragnow coming back after being injured. He's a Pro Bowler, near all-pro. Halapoulivaati Vaitai, Lomas Brown saying that he is the best offensive line that played this last season. And then Penei Sewell, who we picked up this last year, who, in my opinion, he probably should have been in the Pro Bowl, and he'll probably be in it this year. That we have an offensive line that can be number 1 in the league. If this is the case, the Lions team can really excel next year if they can become the best offensive line in football, because if you have the best offensive line, you can protect your quarterback, Jared Goff, and you can run the football effectively, killing the clock in the fourth quarter and shutting the clock down and winning the game, wearing teams out. And I think the offensive line was getting better. Obviously, at the end of the season, we started winning some football games, being a little more competition. And not just that, but we have good depth at there. Evan Brown, who I think the Lions should re-sign. I'm going to hold my judgment. We're talking about number 1 until we see it. We got to get these players back. They got to stay healthy. We got to reduce penalties, false starts, and holding penalties that really hurt the line in general. With that said, I can see it for sure. This team is built strong. It's built tough. This is a Dan Campbell type of squad. Penei Sewell is an anchor for this line and an anchor for this football team. It's going to be a really good offensive line. Stay healthy. I hope they're right that this could be the best in the league. Every single Thursday, we got the One Pride podcast, and it's a fun show. So make sure you guys show up. Had one yesterday. Absolutely fun. A good time. We have special guests on. Next week, we're going to have a Harrison Graham on. Going to be a great guy from Chat Sports. So make sure you go ahead and check that out. Also, we got videos dropping every single day, so make sure you hit that notification bell, subscribe if you haven't done so. The latest news, latest rumors, breaking news, everything Detroit Lions related. The Super Bowl is on Sunday, so make sure you guys have fun in there. Let me know if you're going to root for Stafford or not. And we're going to have fun talking with these conversations about the whole offseason.